Atlanta Falcons traveling to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore to face the Baltimore Ravens tomorrow. First of all, I'm going to go over their games last week. The Falcons experienced an embarrassing defeat at the hands of the Chicago Bears last week at the Georgia Dome. Both of the Bears receivers, Marshall and Jeffrey, went over 100 yards. Matt Forte, he had over 80 yards rushing and a score. Jay Cutler had a career day against their secondary. Meanwhile, the Ravens they went down and faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa, at Raymond James Stadium, and they pretty much fucking destroyed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 48-17. Needless to say, by the time it was halftime, I was watching Red Zone and enjoyed that very much. So, looking at these two teams tomorrow, a couple of things that stick out to me is looking at the numbers. The Falcons, their defense is 28th against the pass and 27th against the run. Meanwhile, the Ravens are 10th in rushing, 11th in passing. So I think that's going to be problematic for the Atlanta Falcons. Their defense obviously cannot stop the run, as they're 27th against the run. The Ravens are 10th rushing the football. So that's going to open up a lot of opportunities for big plays in that zone stretch bootleg passing game that Kubiak likes to run. So I would expect Joe Flacco to have a big day throwing the football against that secondary. And their secondary, their corners are not bad. They're both high picks, but the problem with the Atlanta Falcons is that they don't have a pass rush to speak of. So if Joe Flacco is in the pocket, he'll have a lot of opportunity. He'll have a lot of time in the pocket to exploit that secondary. So that'll be problematic for Atlanta. Another thing is that in terms of the Falcons' offense, Roddy White looks like he's definitely lost a step or two, and he's not playing well at all. I want to say he got hit very hard in the head by that secondary. I believe it was the kid from Chicago, that the rookie corner who's had all those interceptions. Um, I think his name was Fuller or something like that. So yeah, Roddy White, I don't see him being a factor in this game. So that means the Ravens can pretty much key in on Julio Jones and take their chances with Roddy White, who, like I said, he looks old, lost a step. And Julio Jones, he's a very good receiver, probably one of the most, if not the most explosive receivers this year. He's been struggling with drops. I believe he's had 5 or 6 drops this year. So, and also not helping him is that the Ravens' number one corner, Jimmy Smith, is having like a Pro Bowl, All Pro type season. I mean, he basically dominated Antonio Brown. Uh, he shut down Vincent Jackson. Um, Vincent Jackson last week pretty much had yards and catches in garbage time when it was already 38 when they were playing soft coverages. Um, so that's going to be a good matchup. I mean, Jimmy Smith is a beast. He pretty much shut down Calvin Johnson last year. Um, so yeah, I think he can handle Julio Jones if occasionally needing safety help. Um, and the problem with the Falcons' offense, they're good at passing the football, but they don't have that Tony Gonzalez middle of the field threat that can exploit the Ravens' weakness on defense, which is the safeties, Matt Elam and Darian Stewart, who's not very good in my opinion. Hopefully for the Ravens, they have Will Hill starting. They can let Matt Elam freelance and like a Troy Polamalu in the box type role. So that'd be awesome. Um, um, looking at these numbers, like I said, the Ravens on offense against the Falcons defense. Obviously the Falcons are going to have to account for Steve Smith. He's had some big games from him, being that he was in the AFC, or rather the NFC South all those years. So I'm sure they'll be accounting for him. And then the Ravens have a decent tight end that can exploit those linebackers in coverage. Owen Daniels, he's been stepping up since Dennis Pitta has been out for the year. And then on the other side of the formation, you got Torrey Smith. He will definitely open up things for a lot of big plays for Flacco. And another person I want you guys to watch is Campanaro, the kid that the Ravens took out of Wake Forest. He's could be like a Wes Welker, slot receiver, get a lot of catches, a lot of yards after the catch. If you look at his tape at Wake Forest, um, so yeah, I think this game will be. I don't know if it'll be a repeat of last week for the Ravens, where they came out and overwhelmed the team in the first half, and the game was pretty much over. But I see them winning this game comfortably and convincingly. Um, I'm predicting 31 to 17. Um, so yeah, that's my prediction for this game. I think that Ravens pass rush it started coming on last week, and they're going to sack Matt Ryan at least 4 times, and Flacco will have a very good game, because he's one of the best home quarterbacks. Matt Ryan is one of the worst road quarterbacks. So all the signs point to a convincing, comfortable Ravens victory. So I'll see you guys next week. We'll break down the Ravens going to Cincinnati, which could be a big game if Cincinnati loses to Indianapolis, which is a very good chance of that happening. Can the Ravens win? They could take the division lead this week, and AJ Green is not playing next week. That would make that game a lot easier, and things are looking up in the division. Pittsburgh is faltering; they got their asses beat, actually destroyed by Cleveland. So they're pretty much a non-factor at this point. Ravens just have to take it week by week, and hopefully they can win this division and get a home game. I highly doubt they get a bye week, but you never know. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.